Hi everybody, my name is Jo and I love to read. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my November and December wrap up.
If you're a new viewer, yes, this video is being released 5 months after it was filmed. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for sticking around as I catch up on my backlog. I read one short story collection, one novel, one non-fiction and one picture book, one adult fantasy, one adult romantasy, one adult military history and one children's fantasy. I read an ebook, 2 paperbacks and a hardback. I started one book, I finished 2 and I DNF'd 1. I kept 3 and I unhauled 1. 1 was a new series, 1 was continuing a series, and 2 were standalones.
The first book I've got to talk about is The Last Wish, which is the first in the Witcher series. It is a short story collection by Andrzej Sapkowski. I have read a couple of the short stories, I believe about 3 or 4, and I've paused it for now with the intention to go back to it when I'm in the mood. I really enjoyed the first story, one where the princess was turned into a creature, or was born a creature. Really enjoyed it. It was really engaging. I have an issue with short stories. I'm not super good at them because I tend to get into it and then it ends and then I don't want to read the rest of the book because I'm done. Finished. I want to read something new. I tend not to binge things. I did push through a little bit and read some more of it and it's good. I think I would enjoy the novel. The author or the translator, I don't know how, like what we consider which is which. I know the difference. I'm complimenting the writing style is what I want to say. The writing style is easy, engaging. Is that a translator thing or is that the author? I don't know. A bit of both. Maybe.
Remembering that I live in the age of the internet, I googled this one. The short answer is that it depends on the author and it depends on the translator.
I want to read the short stories because I want to get all the world building. I want to make sure I get every bit of Geralt and Yennefer moments as I can, but I've paused it for now because I'm less interested. Now, the book I did fully finish. A Court of Wings and Ruins by Sarah J. Maas. Loved it. Oh! Love this book so much. Possibly one of my favourite books that I read all year, but I haven't looked at my list in a while. I can't really remember. That'll be coming. I am going to do an end of the year reading wrap up. Well, not a reading wrap up. I'm not going to do the same format again, but I'm going to do my stats, talk about my books, favourites, disappointments, that kind of thing. This is the 3rd book in the ACOTAR series. To give you a blurb of the first book, it's about a girl called Feyre who's a human. Hundreds of years ago, there was a fairy versus human war. Lots of people died. They got a wall that separated them to keep the fairies and the humans separate. Feyre ends up killing a wolf that she actually knows is Fae so that she can sell his pelt because her family is starving. And then the fairy lord from the court just over the border, Spring, comes and takes her away. Sarah J. Maas can really encompass the feeling of home. I don't feel like her declarations of love are that super exciting. They're still good. I'm still glad the characters get together. But I don't feel like their actual I love you moments are super crazy. What I love is the feeling of home that she has. Sinking back into these characters felt like home. I am so glad that I once again get to be in a book where I get to see the characters that are in love together and I get to see them build up their relationships together and grow even stronger and deal with more conflicts together and just stay together in their goodness. I absolutely love this. She just found family really well. There's so much drama in this book. I loved it so much. It was really good. I had a fucking good time with this. If you want my spoiler thoughts, I will have a vlog out probably before this wrap up because I finished it. So I'll link it down below. This book also made me cry in one point. It was so good. I am going to continue on with the series, but I have heard that we do have a POV switch. There is one little novella to go on to next, and then after that it's a POV switch. I don't know if we get any of our original people's POVs at all. I'm hoping that we do. I'm thinking that we won't. So we'll see, but I'm hoping to catch up on this because I'm so excited to be part of the hype. Because I am hyped. This is a great series. I'm so glad that I picked it up. The only other book I have to talk about is DNF, The First World War by A.J.P. Taylor. There should be a vlog coming out for this one where you can get more of my in-depth thoughts about this one. I picked this up at a local book fair Love getting non-fiction from there because it's uber cheap. The only thing though that I'm wondering about is that if it's an older non-fiction, there is the potential that it's going to have incorrect information. And obviously non-fiction can be very subjective. Even if it's a new book, it may still be wrong because things are changing all the time, opinions change. This one I picked up because I wanted to know more about how the First World War started. It did tell me a little bit, but not in as much detail as I was hoping, so I spent a lot of time Googling when I was barely past page 20. I was Googling a lot because I wanted to know. The Archduke of Austria-Hungary in 1914, who was called Franz Ferdinand, he was assassinated in the country of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I wanted to know why he was assassinated. It turns out it was because most of the everyday citizens were mad at him and his family, the Habsburgs, because they annexed the country. Didn't know what annexed meant. It means that they forcibly take control. Why did they do that? All of that was not in here, so I had to do a lot of Googling. So unfortunately it failed on that front as well. I did DNF it. Did I say that at the start? I did DNF it, not very far through at all. It was at page 34. I've DNF'd it. Reasons? Because it is not as accurate as I would really hope it to be. How do I know this? When it started getting into wars broken out, we're starting to do battles, I was getting a bit bored. I've apparently learnt that there is a bit of a difference between military history and war history. I don't know if this is 100% accurate. But military history, as I understand it, can be very heavy battle focused, and I don't find that it's interesting. I more find the whys and hows and the effects of war more interesting. So I was a bit bored when we got up to that section, had a bit of a Google to look for another book, and found out that there used to be this myth for a very long time that World War I had really incompetent military leaders, and there's a phrase called the lions being led by the donkeys to say that they were really bad military leaders. This one has it, but apparently that's a myth that's been debunked. So once I got up to that, I pushed through a bit more on the battle stuff, thinking that it might pick up, there might be a bit more to this than just battles. But once it started mentioning that it also had this myth that has now been debunked, I thought, I'm now going to be questioning everything else, so I think I would like to read a more up-to-date edition. Bit sad to DNF this one because I've annotated so much of it, and the orange highlight's not me, they're someone else's. I wonder who it was that was reading it, and I've written so many notes as I didn't understand stuff, but I just don't think that it's the right book. So I'm gonna get another one. It'll be probably brand new or secondhand and won't have any notes in it, which is, which is gonna be super sad. But that is life. I'd rather me read a more up-to-date version. The year is over. How crazy. I'm not going to read any other books. It's the 29th of December, but I'm not going to read any more books because I'm halfway through Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I'm going to finish that one now before I start anything else. And that's a big book, and we're only have a few more days, so I'm not going to finish it. Actually snuck in one final book, and that is Christmas at Hogwarts, which is illustrated by Ziyi, and it's got text taken from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It's got absolutely stunning illustrations. I'll show you guys one, but I won't spoil all of them. Aren't they so beautiful? And every page has an illustration. It is a gorgeous book. I wish they would do this every year with all of the books and adapt all of them into a children's book or like a illustrated book. What do we call a picture book? Picture book. I hope they do it every year and turn it into a picture book. I was going to read this with my toddler, but he was less interested in it, which is fine. It's a lot of words for his age.
Yeah, and I read it.
We did read it together for a bit, didn't we, until we got bored. Yeah. And then I put it down, was intending to pick it up and continue to finish it, but just forgot to. And then it was suddenly the 31st of December, and I'm looking at it going, I really don't want to put this in my yearly TBR video, so I decided to sit down and read it. It wasn't exactly the moment that I pictured, but it was still an absolutely beautiful book, and I know that in later years, as they get older, they'll probably enjoy reading this with me. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't know what to comment and you want to comment something, then comment a Christmas tree for December. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you in another video. Bye!